Today we are going to be going over some new keywords and concepts, okay, for statistics. Now, so far in statistics, we've been looking at bar charts, tallying, categories, and numerical data. Okay, so we've looked at categorical data and numerical data, and we've also done our own tally, and we've made a bar chart out of it, and we've also looked at fractions and percentages and how we can use fractions and percentages to show what we've learned from doing a tally or a survey. So now we need to learn 4 more new concepts or new keywords. And in this video, we are going to focus on this one here. Okay, we're going to focus on this one here, the mode. So what I'll do is I will just go here to the mode. There are 3 others, but today we are just focusing on mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what the mode is, and then I'm going to show you how to calculate the mode in sort of 2 different examples, one being categorical and one being numerical data. And then I have attached a couple of questions to the email that I've sent out with this video link. And I want you to do those 3 questions, okay? And when you've done those 3 questions, I want you to take a photo and send that picture back. So the mode. The mode here, it says, is the most frequent value, okay? It happens the most often, okay? So count how many of each value appears. The mode is the value that appears the most. You can have more than one mode. So the example they have here is they have the numbers, and it's just, don't think about anything, just look at these numbers. They have the number 2, then they have another number 2, then they have a number 3, they have a number 5, another number 5, they have a number 7, and they have a number 8. So the mode is what is most frequent, okay? So if we look here, how many 2s are there? There are 2 2s, aren't there? There's 1 and 2. How many 3s are there? There's 1 3. How many 5s are there? There's 2 5s. How many 7s are there? There is 1 7. How many 8s are there? There is 1 8. So we can see here that the most frequent value, or the most frequent number in this case, is 2 and 5, because we can see there's 2 2s and there's 2 5s. So for this, there is 2 modes. The modes are 2 and 5, okay? They're the most frequent numbers here that appear. And the reason they use value is because sometimes in maths, you'll be looking at numbers like this, and we're going to look at an example in a moment. Sometimes you'll be looking at numbers, and sometimes you'll be looking at categories. And categories could be things like cars, it could be different types of cars, different types of animals, it could be different types of colors. And so a value means category or number, okay, in these types of questions. So let's have a look at an example question. Okay, so here we have the number of CDs. CDs are things that people in the past used to waste money on, myself included. I spent way too much money on CDs, and now they're just sitting on a shelf. And a CD used to cost more than a month's subscription to Spotify Premium. That's how much money we wasted on CDs. But this is the number of CDs purchased by 22 students. So maybe they went to a class 10 years ago, and they asked all these students here, how many CDs do you buy every week? Okay, or every month. Mary buys 3, Paula buys 2, Martha buys 2, John buys 2, and so on. Now, you might be asked, based on this data, okay, this is the data, the information that we got from asking all these people the questions that we asked them. So we asked them, how many CDs do you buy in a month or in a week? And this is the data we got. We can see the 3 here comes from Mary, and then the 2 comes from Paula, and so on. Now, today we're just looking at mode. So I want to find out what is the mode, okay? What is the value? Now, these are all values. This is a value, this is a value, this is a value, and so on. Which of these values occurs the most frequently? Which of these values occurs the most frequently? So which one is there the most of? Well, let's count it up, okay? Let's put a little thing down here. There's 1s, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. So how many students bought 1 CD a month, say? So let's look and see how many 1s there are. There's only 1 1, okay? I'm crossing out just so it's easier for me to see. So there's only 1 student who buys 1 CD a month. And then how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 students buy 2 CDs a month. How many 3s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 students buy 3 CDs a month. What about 4? How many times do we see 4 here? 4, 1, 2, only 2, isn't there? Yeah, 2. And what about 5? Let's see, how often do we see 5? There's 1, and that's it, there's just 1. So out of all these numbers, which is most frequent? Well, clearly it's 9, because there are 9 2s. So the mode is 2. The number that appears the most in these values, okay, of these values, the number that appears the most is 2. And it appears 9 times. The second one would be 3, which appears 8 times. So the mode here is 2. Okay, so let's move on to another example. So we have, let me just put that there. We have another question here. And we have 2 different types of values. Here we have numbers, and here we have different colors. So we want to find the mode for each of these, okay? Which occurs the most often. So let's have a look at number 1. Let's see, we've got 7s, yeah, 7s. We've got 8s, 9s, 10, 11s, and 12s. So I'm just going to make a little table over here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm going to see how often each of these numbers appears, okay? So how many 7s are there? There's 1, 2, 3, and I should put little lines through my 7s. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 7s. How many 8s is there? There's 1, 2 8s. How many 9s are there? I'll just put a line through the 8s. How many 9s are there? There's only 1 9, isn't there? Yeah. There's only 1 9 there. How many 10s is there? There's only 1 10. How many 11s is there? There's only 1 11. How many 12s are there? There's only 1. So which of these numbers occurs most frequently? Well, we can see it's number 7, so the mode is equal to 7, okay? Because 7 appears the most often. So what about colors? Here we've got an example of categories, okay? Now if we try and think back to everybody doing their tally, I said one thing you could do is you could go outside and go for a walk around your neighborhood and see the colors of people's doors. So say if you started walking from your house and you did a loop and you walked for 10 minutes and you passed by however many doors, and the first one was red, the second one was blue, third was yellow, fourth blue, fifth green, sixth yellow, seventh blue, eighth, and so on. So you've come back and you've got this list. So now you're going to organize it. So what we'll do is just like before, we will organize it. We have red, we have blue, we have yellow, we have green, and I think that's everything. We have no other colors. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So now that I've categorized them, okay, we had red doors, blue doors, yellow doors, green doors. Let's see how many red doors there were. There was 1, 2, 3. So there was 3 red doors. How many blue doors were there? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blue doors. How many yellow doors were there? There was 1, 2, 3. 3 yellow doors. How many green doors were there? There was 1, and that's it, just 1 green door. So what was the mode of this tally we did, or this survey we did? Well, it was blue, because blue was the color that occurred most often. So here we found a mode when we're dealing with numbers as values, and here we're dealing with colors. So they are the 2 different types of questions you'll get. Now, I have attached to the email some questions, and I want you to do those questions today and send me a picture when you have them done. If you have any questions, send me an email. Okay, good luck.